Good evening to everyone. Thanks for joining this session. This is sixth session on management lessons learned from great Indian legends. Today, we are going to see the first Indian queen to successfully fight British and won them in 1780. I'm repeating it. The first Indian queen to successfully fight British and won them in 1780 because her history is totally hidden in the Indian history. I do not know the reason. It was not known to many people. Everyone remembers the moment you say about the freedom fight of India, 1857, they will talk. But 85 years before, this freedom struggle was started by Velu Nachiyar, and she also won the British people against in a battle. Okay, so that is the reason she is very popular in this portion of India. So I would like to talk about her today. Velu Nachiyar is the first queen to fight freedom from British 85 years before 1857. Because 1857 only, as per Indian history, people say that the first freedom war it happened. No, before that it happened. A small brief history about Velu Nachiyar was she was the only daughter for kindly mute everyone first. Velu Nachiyar was born as a only daughter to Ramanathapuram king Sedupati, Chellamuthu Vijayanath Sedupati, and she was the only daughter for Sedupati Maharaja, that is Ramanatha Maharaja, and she was born in 3rd January 1730. She was brought up as if they got the son. So she knows in and out of all the politics and weapon dealing and horse riding, elephant riding, everything she was taught. And she got married to Sivagangai king Muthu Vaduganatha Periya Udayathevar. Muthu Vaduganatha Periya Udayathevar is her husband name. 1746, they got married. But within short span of time, in 1772 itself, Muthu Vaduganatha was killed by British Colonel Benjor and Lieutenant Smith. They had a daughter. Her name was Velachi. In 1770, she born. Okay. The most important quality of Velu Nachiyar was team building and ability to handle tough situations. First, I'm talking about 1750s. Let us imagine that 1750. 1750 is as good as almost 250 plus another 20. So it is almost 270 years before. 250 years before itself, she knows 7 languages. Being a queen, she knows the languages of 4 Dravidian languages, which is Tamil, Malayalam, Kannadam, and Telugu. That is quite okay because since she has to travel, the people will be there. But she also learned Urdu and English and French because she don't want to have a translator to discuss or negotiate with the British people or with the any I want to interact with. Later, her proficiency in Urdu helped a lot and got a great friend Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan also to support Velu Nachiyar heavily. She also got a very good support from French people. She, okay, some other version we'll talk at the later portion of it. She passed away in 1796. According to the reports, the death date is not clear. According to one report, it was on 25th December 1796. She got a heart attack and passed away. Okay. So we will see the things now. She learned Silambam, sword fighting, and Kalari, and different type of swords are there. All the swords fighting she learned completely. and bow and arrows. And you also have it, no, we call it in Tamil, it's a veil. I do not know in English. So that veil kambu eridal. So all the weaponry, all these things. In addition to this, she also an expert in Valari. Valari is a stick made out of, it's a type of a boomerang. There are 2-3 varieties of boomerang. Some boomerangs, okay, it's made out of, it will go hit the opponent and it will come back. There are some boomerangs, it will only single-sided. It goes and kills the person and stays over there itself. She is an expert in both type of boomerang, and the art of using boomerang was taught to her by Chinna Marudu, that is Marudu brothers. Marudu brothers, another legendary soldiers, they started their life as soldiers because of their association with Ramanathapuram king, Sethupathi Maharaja. They became very loyal to Sethupathi Maharaja. After her marriage, along with Velu Nachiyar, they requested Marudu brothers to be with part of Velu Nachiyar in Sivaganga. After they came to Sivaganga as a main bodyguards to Velu Nachiyar, because of her bravery, their bravery and capabilities and all, the Muthu Vaduganatha Udaya Periya Thevar made them as commander-in-chief for his army also. For both the people were taking care of the Sivaganga army also. So this Valari, this was the main reason, according to one report, okay, British were so afraid of Velu Nachiyar, because all the people in her army, some of the experts are trained in Valari. So this Valari, without any expense, because it can go and kill and it can come back. Okay. Sometimes there is another type of Valari is there, which will go on a single side, it will not come back. But this is without spending money, because it's very difficult to escape from Valari attack, because it is not coming straight. Okay. And it comes through the direction of the wind. So we cannot find out how it comes, and doesn't come in a straight path. It comes in a circular path, all the things also. So it's very difficult because this type of weapon, they have not seen it. The British have not seen it till that time. Marudu brothers, as I told, they joined with Velu Nachiyar family as soldiers, and Chinna Marudu is extremely expert on Valari sticks. Okay. Later, they became trusted lieutenants. Okay, and also supported Velu Nachiyar in all her endeavors. So, when Muthu Vaduganatha Periya Udaya Thevar, British wanted him to start paying the taxes and all, he was refusing to pay. So they know very well about the capabilities of Valari of the Sivaganga army. So they could not fight directly. They informed that we are coming there for discussions, and they were waiting at palace. And the same time, Colonel Banjur was another person, along with some people. He went to see Muthu Vaduganatha Periya Udayar, who went there to a temple to pray. He was a great Shiva devotee. After praying, when he was coming, they shot him and killed him. The moment he was killed, the news, because they do not know how to Sivaganga, because by fighting a war with Sivaganga, it's very difficult. You know about Sivaganga is a place of most of the people in and around Ramnath knows about it. Very ferocious fighters. Ferocious fighters in the sense is, you must be knowing about it. Many people, when they announced, Netaji announced the freedom struggle, many people went from Sivaganga or Ramanathapuram district and joined at Singapore. Okay, Muthu Ramanatha Thevar helped a lot, which I told it in my Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose seminar itself. So these people are very ferocious, and that time many of them know about this Valari. We are seeing that Muthu Vaduganatha is also holding it in his hand. So it is very difficult. So the only way to win over them is kill the king, destabilize the kingdom, and acquire that. They have done it in 72. And after knowing that his king was killed, Velu Nachiyar, according to one report, because most of the reports or whatever the information, no authenticated informations are available. So whatever informations, I read it from the book, collecting from the internet, collecting from some of the interviews, talk to some of my friends and people, whatever it has come, I am consolidating. After validating to the best of my knowledge, I am sharing with you. Okay. So she went and took an oath that I will get back this land, our homeland, and that is a promise on you. Like that, she took it. And Periyamarudhu and Sinnamarudhu has told that kindly move out of this place because the British will catch you also. So Velu Nachiyar moved out along with Periyamarudhu and Sinnamarudhu. Okay, 78 years she was in exile. Okay, in that period, both Periyamarudhu and Sinnamarudhu were there almost like a complete guarding Velu Nachiyar from any possible attacks. Not even a single attack could have been possible because of the two dedicated bodyguards Velu Nachiyar had it. See, that is the trustworthiness of the people. Okay. While she was escaping, she was going in a what do you call, in a traditional dress, and she didn't wear the things of what is a queen and all. She happened to see a lady who belongs to a very poor family, and she was a person who takes care of the cattle. Okay, her name was Udayal. She happened to see that lady Udayal, and Udayal came to know by seeing her, and it is her queen, and she gave her water and all the things and provided anything you want help. She was saying, thank you very much, I will proceed. But behind me, the British army is following and trying to catch me. Okay, so you be careful. Like that, she told to Udayal, and she went. And many times people know that I am talking about Ramanathapuram district people are ferocious people. See the story of Udayal. That lady, after maybe 1.5 or 2 hours, British army searching for Velu Nachiyar came, and they found her also, Udayal also. And they asked her, do you know her? Do you see your queen was escaping in this route? And she boldly said, yes. Yes, my queen, Velu Nachiyar, Maharani Velu Nachiyar, was escaping through this route only. Then they were saying that, okay, tell us where she went. She said that I will not tell. She didn't say that I don't know. I will not tell. You know what happened is, immediately they cut her right hand, thinking that by creating a pain to her, they can get the information. Even after losing the right hand, she told that I will not tell. They cut her left hand also. Even then, she refused to tell. And finally, they cut her neck. That also, she died, but she never told the things where her queen has went. Okay, so that women were that much brave. Okay, not only Velu Nachiyar, entire kingdom, all the people in that kingdom were so brave, and they were ready to sacrifice their life. You can see, I'm going to give you some more information. Okay, so later Velu Nachiyar, after winning the British in 1780, she came to know, after winning the war, immediately people told that let's go to palace and we want you to sit in the throne. She said, no, I will go to Kollankudi, where the place where she was killed, Udayal was killed. She came and she paid her respects for that lady, who is from a very low class community family. Okay, but supported and helped her queen to escape, and constructed a temple. And after constructing temple, she donated her Mangal Sutra, which is made out of diamond and gold. This is the thing according to the report available, but it's a diagrammatic representation. I put some other Mangal Sutra. This was the gift given by Queen to the temple, and the Udayal temple, now it is known as Vettudayar Kaliyamman Tirukkovil. That means now the people in that area worship her as goddess Durga. Like that, she worship Allah. Even the temple is available now also. Okay, she was ready to sacrifice her life, not only sacrificing her life, also underwent the torture, but she didn't reveal the passage through which her queen has passed. Okay, that's the guts of the lady. So, Velu Nachar, what she did it from Kolangudi, she went through this and went to this place called from Dindigul, Virupachi. At that time, Dindigul was part of Hyder Ali. I will show you the map. This was Hyder Ali's kingdom. You can see here, Dindigul is in Hyder Ali's kingdom only. So she crossed the border and went to that place, and from there she went to Virupachi. Okay, and then through her, along with some of the people, that means there was one Pillai who was a chief minister for Velu Nachiyar, Marudu brothers, all these people, they went there, and they went and met Gopal Nayakar, who was a person who was a local king for Virupachi, and they had a good connection, almost like a brotherly connection. So he stayed in his palace and wrote a letter to Hyder Ali. And Hyder Ali wanted to meet her. So she went and met Hyder Ali. Till that time, no one knows that she can talk in Urdu. Okay. The moment she went and met Hyder Ali, the way at which Hyder Ali and Velu Nachiyar spoke, almost like a father and daughter, she spoke very fluently in Urdu. All the people were stunned. And Hyder Ali was astonished to see a Tamil lady, queen, who do not know anything about Muslim religion and all the things. She can talk so fluently in Urdu. So she became very close to her. And he told that I will support you in all possible ways. Okay. And 7-8 years and all, Velu Nachiyar was staying in Virupachi only. By staying there, she built her army. Of course, how the army she was building it was building the army with mostly with ladies, and that lady's name is known as Udayal troop, Udayal wing or something. So Udayal wing is a lady what we saw it earlier. So what happens is Udayal every time all the some 10,000, 12,000 people moves out, they will found out. So 10 people will move out of their Sivaganga and penetrate into Dindigul and reach their destination where they are getting sword fighting and learning on all the things and all. Like that, slowly, she built the entire army. Around 18,000 people, she built army. Mostly these people. And almost Hyder Ali was treating her as her daughter only. So she was saying that, in fact, this what you are seeing it on the left-hand side, it is a golden thing gifted by Hyder Ali to Velu Nachiyar. Now only this is available, where she had kept her family god, Raja Rajeshwari Amman, who was in the Sivaganga. So that idol, she kept it on this golden, what do you call, pedestal. And it was gifted by, including the idol, and this was completely gifted by Hyder Ali to Velu Nachiyar. See, now you have to see the difference and you have to see the connections between the people. Velu Nachiyar belonged to one community. The person who passed or who committed or given her life, Udayal belongs to a lower class. Marudu brothers belong to different community, and Hyder Ali is a Muslim. But they all are united because they want to get the freedom from British. Okay, that's how it is. So now that idol is lost, it is available in Sivaganga Palace. Only the pedestal, iron golden pedestal is available, but idol is lost. We do not know where it is available and all. What I am trying to say is, Hyder Ali not only gifted the idol and all, he provided all the support to help Velu Nachiyar. Okay. Then what happened? British want to attack Mysore. When they want to attack Hyder Ali, then they saw that we will have two great lieutenants or great commanders coming and attacking Mysore will be a big problem for Hyder Ali. and he will collapse. So what they brought one general. Another person is Colonel Benjo. So they brought both the people, and now she made use of an opportunity. After 7.5 years, Velu Nachiyar told to Hyder Ali, okay, when these two people are going to attack Mysore, thinking that they can capture you, you help me out. I will go and handle Benjur. And the process, I will remove them from Sivaganga. I will free Sivaganga also from them. For which Hyder Ali was very happily agreed. Absolutely no problem, because you are dividing the enemy's strength. No, you are going to handle. He knows that she will handle for a period of time. So in that feasibility it is easy for Hyder Ali to eliminate the other general who is going to fight with him directly, because two sides are getting attacked. It will be difficult. So he thought that, and Hyder Ali has given 500 guns, 500 Mysore guns, and 500 cannons he has given. Sorry, 12 cannons he has given, 500 guns he has given, and a lot of ammunition, things he has given to Velu Nachiyar, and helped with a lot of people and armory support to help Velu Nachiyar to free Srivaganga. So all these things was brought from Mysore to Tiruvachi, which is near Dindukal, by his son Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan brought all the things. About capabilities of Marudu brothers, anyway, we can talk separately about Marudu brothers also. They are so great people. Chinna Marudu and Periya Marudu. Chinna Marudu is a younger brother. Periya Marudu is a elder person. Okay, and Periya Marudu is ferocious to the extent is, when a tiger comes, by giving a single slap, he can kill the tiger. That is the power of Periya Marudu. Okay, so that is the capabilities of Periya Marudu. And Chinna Marudu is very good in, I told you already, that Valari. Okay, you know how to handle Valari. He is better than anybody else in Valari, and also he is very intelligent fellow. So he can create the strategies, support, and protect all the things. So these two people became a great combination for Velu Nachiyar. So Velu Nachiyar was could not be defeated by anyone because of these two people. So we can say that heavy success of Velu Nachiyar because of these two Marudu brothers. Okay. So this was guns, and this was the cannons supplied by Tipu Sultan on behalf of his father Hyder Ali to Velu Nachiyar. Okay, now after getting all the things, they were waiting to get into their kingdom, Sivaganga. And I told you, she had already developed a woman wing, that is a huge army of 10,000 women were there. And that woman wing is headed by a commander-in-chief called Kuyili. Okay, many people know about her. I may not be remembering the name, but I am telling her name was Kuyili. Okay, she was the commander-in-chief of it. Okay, on one Navaratri day, it was a strategy designed by Kuyili along with Velu Nachiyar that they will enter into a temple, which is that Rajarajeshwari temple, and they will visit, pay a visit to the god. Since it is a Navaratri day, and they didn't expect, British were never expecting that Queen will come, because 8 years she was in a place hiding herself and all the things. So they went in different dresses and all, and went there. 18 people went. 18 people is 16 people to protect Velu Nachiyar, and master race planner was at Kuyili. You know what she did? That is the thing. She was the first suicide bomber in the world. Kuyili was the first suicide bomber in the world. And what she did was, they have to, in Navaratri, people go and light the things, no? Dibas, no? So when they go on lighting all the things, no? After lighting it, she had dipped herself in ghee. Okay. So her sari is entirely with ghee and all the things. And after that, because the British was using one portion of the Rajarajeshwari temple as their ammunition storage system. Okay, where they used to store all the cannons and bombs and all the powder, all the things they used to store it. And Kuili, you won't believe it, she lit herself and jumped into that uh, armory. Okay, and complete damage was done to that armory, and many British people guarding her got killed. Some people says that it was a protected area from the temple. That's behind only. When she was going, the British soldiers saw her and they shot her, it seems. After getting a shot in her body, but still she continued to go and fall into the armory, it seems. That case, what is the determination of that lady? Earlier you have seen the determination of Udayal. Now you can see the determination of this Kuili. Okay. So here, this is how I dumped into the armory and the securing victory for Velnachar. Because the moment because the British were not very powerful without their guns and without their gunpowder and cannons. Okay. Whereas here, Sivaganga army was very powerful. So the moment once she killed or they destroyed the entire armory, it was very easy for Velnachar to give. This was not even told to Hyder Ali. So what Hyder Ali thought, that Hyder Ali was expecting that Velnachar is going to delay Benjor for at least 3-4 months. Before that, she will kill that other general who was fighting with him. But the whole war was over very short. Within 4-5 days, it was over, and she took over Sivaganga. Velnachar took over Sivaganga. In the Indian history, okay, she was the only king who won British and took over the kingdom from British and ruled it again for another 20 years. So 1972, she lost the the people, or her husband, along with the kingdom was lost. In 7 to 8 years, she bounced back. In 1780, she attacked this Sivaganga again and captured Sivaganga from the British rule, and she ruled it till 1796. Okay, so she was the only king. Another 16 years or 17 years, they couldn't do anything. Okay. Now, this is the tomb they have it for Kuili, even in now at that place where she got burned herself. So this was a news article which is confirming that how it has happened, how this killing was happened, and all the things. Okay, and she was very ferocious, and with the horse, she will be leading from the front, not like other queens at all. She will be leading from the front, and she herself will kill many soldiers who are in the battlefield. So that is the capabilities of Velnachar. Okay. And again, our Tipu Sultan, when he founded the missile, according to history, it was the first missile man was Tipu Sultan. Okay. And this Tipu Sultan's missiles are known as Mysore rockets. Mysore rocket will be like this on the right hand side, what I am showing to you. Okay, it will be like this. Earlier, people used to have it with wood or a bamboo stick. In bamboo stick, fill the gunpowder and you ignite it, it will come out. Okay, whereas Mysore rockets, this is the earlier version. In 1785 or 90, Tipu Sultan used with a casted version. Casted version means as good as current rockets. That means instead of bamboo, he used the castings and filled the castings with a lot of things so that it will create more damage. Okay, it was used by Tipu Sultan, and this is from the book. When I was reading Abdul Kalam book, I found out here. According to Abdul Kalam, he saw in NASA. Okay, there was a portrait was there where it was saying that the painting with the theme should be most commonplace with the fight facility. And the painting caught my eye because the soldiers on the other side were launching rockets were not white but dark skinned. With the racial measures the people found in South Asia, one day my curiosity got better to me, driving me towards the painting. It turned out to be Tipu Sultan army fighting the British. This is according to Abdul Kalam, okay, along with Arun Tiwari. Okay. So even in NASA, they are keeping the picture because they respect him as the first missile man of the world. Okay. And now it was proved again. It was recently discovered many unexploded rockets. Many unexploded rockets of Tipu Sultan are found over there. Okay. And this was a report given by the person. Rocket have been used in battles in 700 years, but it was only in Mysore under Hyder Ali that iron castings were first used. Before that, rockets were wooden or paper castings only. Okay, so this is the unexploded rockets they found. So this was the painting. They claimed that it is in that NASA. Okay, okay. Coming up to the things is, some people say that, I do not know about the genuinity of this report. Some people say that she had traveled from India to France to participate in French Revolution. I do not know. She had good connection with French people. She had good connection with Urdu speaking Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. Why she went to France, what she participated, no idea. There is no proof. But some people say that she went to France to participate in the French Revolution. And before that itself, she has to come back because her daughter got ill and she died. And her granddaughter also, she was not feeling well, she died. Later, she passed over the things to her son-in-law, and then administration power they have given to Marudu brothers. Okay, so she died in 1796, according to some reports. Okay, if you look out, okay, Government of India has released a stamp about pricing of Velu Nachiyar and all the things. But when you look out, what are the management lessons we can learn from a leader like Velu Nachiyar? She was the most courageous leader. See, the courageous leader is leading from the front, because then only you can ignite people and you can inspire people and ignite people. She knows that. That's the reason, sitting in opponent country, she was able to ignite the people and get the women cross the border, get them trained heavily. That is the biggest, that's why I'm saying that increasing the capabilities. Because when you are going to fight with British, you should know very well what are the strength, what are their weakness. So the strength, they know that it is, our strength is not having armory training. So equip ourselves. What is their weakness? Their weakness is without gunpowder and without guns and without cannons, they cannot fight with us. So destroying it by means of Kohli. So that is a master strategy planner, Velu Nachiyar. So this is how, even this is business, no? This is how we have to do it. We have to prepare for both. When equipping ourselves and also find out what is the opponent weakness and hitting on the weakness itself. And all these things, whatever she said, entire kingdom accepted and followed because it was a people queen. People queen in the sense is during the year of 1976 to 1780, irrigation channels, irrigations across the kingdom, okay, water harvesting. Water harvesting was done by her. Water harvesting, rainwater storage, all these things she used to involve herself and take care of her people. So that's the reason people call her as a people's queen. Okay. Then strategic alliance. Strategic alliance is, she had alliance with Marudu brothers. She had alliance with Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. She had alliance with the French people, and she had alliance with other community people, which in turn helped them to become Gopala Nayakar. So with those people only she was able to survive during the period when she was away from the hometown and build an army. Okay, and she had separate wings for doing guerrilla war. Excellent spies she had, because she used to send information to the people not in the regular palm leaf, a very short palm leaf and with a seal in it. So they know that it is from Velu Nachiyar. So like that, she has used all the tactics and all the things. Weapons, yeah, she got the weapons from Hyder Ali, or cannons and rifles. All these things, she got it. And she also learned rifle shooting and all the things. So first Indian queen to warn the British, I already told you, because I do not know what is the reason. Even today, if people ask you, who is the first lady freedom fighter? Jhansi Rai, Jhansi Rani. 85 years before Jhansi Rani itself, she had done it. But this proof is, I do not know why it is not accepted by the Indian government, or why our Tamil Nadu government people are not taking part of it or insisting it. Some politicians are trying, but I do not know. But still, Velu Nachiyar is maybe authenticated proof is not there. Some stories may be there. I do not know. But being a woman, okay, and also concern for the people, okay, she, after capturing Sivaganga, that is 1780, Colonel Banjur was brought to her court, the person who killed her own husband by shooting him unknowingly, correct? Not, he didn't shoot that in a war field. He shoot him when he was in the temple, okay? Colonel Banjur, they brought him, and he told that, looking at the future of Sivaganga, I don't want to punish you and I leave you. Okay, you move out of this place now. Gave the freedom to Colonel Banjur, because if she had told that I am going to kill you, okay, then there is a possibility of big army can come and can many more people from Sivaganga can have a problem also. So she want to avoid that. That's the reason she might have told that. Okay, but finally freedom was given to Colonel Banjur, and she ruled Sivaganga as a direct leader up to 85-90. After that, indirect leader, and given the powers to her son-in-law, and then later to Marudu brothers and all. Up to 1796, she was king. So people call her as Veeramangai Velu Nachiyar. Okay, so Maharani Veeramangai Velu Nachiyar is the name she owns. Okay, so many, if we are seeing it for the past 5-6 weeks about what are the different legends, all the things. But why I took this Velu Nachiyar now is, today most of the women, house women I am talking about, most of the house women are homemakers. Okay, people, they say that housewife and all, they are happily enjoying WhatsApp, Facebook, or watching serials, wasting their time. See the lady 270 years before, okay, what a determination she had, what a determination to work for the people. But I'm trying to tell to the people, I do not know, all my, including some of my relatives, some of my friends are all homemakers and housewives, but they love to be like this. I do not know, because if the ladies are getting spoiled, okay, definitely her children is going to get spoiled. If her children are going to get spoiled, next generation is going to get spoiled. Okay, so that's the reason I decided, no, I should talk about Velu Nachiyar, tell about Velu Nachiyar to the people. Even losing her husband, now she is a single woman. Being a single woman from 1772 onwards, 1796, almost 24-25 years, she worked for the people and created a huge revolution in Sivaganga. Okay, that is the reason she is respected. But every female has a potential, but I do not know why they are. And I sincerely watch the TVs and all, literally wasting all of our time. Okay, and you see TV now, what is the news keep on coming? My suggestion to all of you is, I am a housewife or I am a homemaker. I don't want to work anything. No, you can be anything. You can do anything. But your son and daughter are going to see you as a role model. Okay, and if you are going to continue to watch TVs, continue to watch your WhatsApp and Facebook, spending time in unproductive things, your generation is going to go. Okay, and especially when the business is going tough every day, we need to increase the capabilities of all our children substantially, for which majority of the work has to come from the mothers. So with this request, I end up my session, and I am keeping it for question and answers. If anyone wants to ask any question, you can raise your hand, and I request host to unmute you. Thank you so much for your participation. JSP.
Excuse me, am I audible?
Yes, JSP, audible. What's your age, JSP?
My age is 10.
Very good. Yeah.
So, my question is that where was Velu Nachiyar born?
Oh, Velu Nachiyar born in Ramnath. Ramnath is currently it is known as Ramanathapuram. Okay, so that was a place where Velu Nachiyar born. She was a baby of a king and queen, Sedupati Maharaja.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Dr. Jnanavati, please. Host, you can unmute Dr. Jnanavati.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And first of all, I just want to congratulate Dr. P.S. Kumar for having taken so much of pain and efforts to throw light on the leaders of history. It's really, he's a management person. He's a doctorate in management, but still he wants to associate all the management principles with the courageous leaders of our own Indian history. It's nice. And I want to appreciate this Jayastri's parents. It is right. It's really, the credit goes to the parents that they have, they are introducing good leaders, especially these life lessons directly through online. So many parents do not give that much of importance to introduce the great people and great leaders to their offsprings, like sons or daughters. So my appreciation to Jayastri's parents and Jayastri's interest in learning something and raising some questions. And I have been learning so many planning, management strategies from Dr. P.S. Kumar, and I attended so many training classes and training courses through him. And I'm so happy that before you you throw light on so many men. Being a woman, I really feel very much thrilled and enthralled on listening to the woman who was fighting, and really it was so nice. And finally, you ended up with the fact that many ladies are wasting their time. And of course, it's true, and definitely we will have to do something to make them understand that we have a lot of ladies, women warriors and all. And this story is really, really inspiring. And I just got astonished on attending your class regularly. There is a beautiful plan, and she delegated the works according to the people, those who have that appropriate skills. For example, this Odayal and Kuili and all, they did a wonderful job. Even I could feel that she is going in various disguises. It's a wonderful strategy. It was adopted by Narasimha Varma Pallava in Sivagami in Sapadam. I used to astonish how this king would go in so many disguises. The same strategy was followed by Velu Nachiyar. It makes us feel proud, especially being a woman. And a beautiful, planning is there, organizing is there, directing. It was really good. And I could astonish, and I feel so happy and proud on seeing the emotional intelligence of the lady. One who lost her father, husband, daughter, granddaughter. But still, she's so courageous till the end. This is really the successful story. And I just want to applaud at Dr. Kumar, who is so generous, and he is so happily and generously extending his appreciation to the woman warrior. And really, it is so nice. Thank you so much for being the part of
Thank
this.
you, Dr. Janavati. Thank you so
talk.
much. I'm also very thankful to Jayashree and her parents especially. I'm really happy and I'm really thrilled. I know that the first question will come from Jayashree. I'm really happy to see my students know are the people who are listening to the things. I told to some of my students yesterday in my training program. I have a wide range of participants. Okay, one side you have a Jayashree at the age of 10, and on the other side you have Mr. Iyer who is 88. So I am really happy that I could able to give some information to both the people. And thank you very much. My only sincere request to all of you is, as Dr. Janavati told, please pass this YouTube link to the people. I don't want any one of you to subscribe to my YouTube channels. Please, if you like Velu Nachiyar, please pass it to Velu Nachiyar to some of your friends, which in turn it ignite people. That's what we want. So we want a generation to be more courageous. We want our generation to be more capable to handle international competition. It may not be a war. It may be an economic war. Already is going to come. So we have to prepare ourselves, and I want all the ladies support in it. Thank you once again, Dr. Janavati. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, Ms. Freelangovan from Singapore.
Good evening. Another great sharing, Dr. Gowar. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and so much effort to collect and verify the data, validate. It's not easy. It's so much of work. And really appreciate your social responsibility and the message, right message. It's something I don't know why. Politically, or I don't know why this is. It's only 200 years past.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of data available, and people memory, and so many things should be available. Particularly British and French should have a lot of data on her, definitely, because she fought against English, and French would have definitely noticed her, and because they were against.
Yeah.
Maybe like really somebody has to do some research on her and bring out all those.
Including our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman also tweeted about Velu Nachiyar. She told that people used to call her as a devil because she was so powerful and all. But what happens to get it converted into the history records of Indian history? I do not know why it is taking time.
Derailed. Okay. Thanks. All the best.
Thank you, and thanks for joining. Yeah, Mr. Mohammed. Yes, please.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, audible.
Sir, it is a great and wonderful opportunity for participating in to know about Veeramangai Maharani Velu Nachiyar. It is very inspiring, and as you said, I'll definitely share to my friends also, sir. And my question is to building, after the pain or after the loss, what she had in personal life or in her professional way. She is not from the Queen for so long, and being in that part. So how can she meet that the build of the building of team builder, the 18,000 people who accepted her and what she told her, the building of the team.
Yes.
Even she lost all the the Queen kingdom, everything she lost, even the parents and husband, and then she had the courage and the ferocious note that definitely I can do that point. How can we connect in day-to-day life or in our business strategy?
Yeah. The main thing is she had a passion for achieving what she wanted to. She had committed and her husband's body that I'll take back this country. Okay. And after that only she escaped from the country. Okay. And she knows the strategic alliance. Okay. because she knows very well that I cannot be in my kingdom, so I will not have any power. So I have to move to Mysore. That is the territory which controlled by Tipu Sultan and father Hyder Ali. So she moved to Dindukal. From Dindukal, Tirupachi is the place, Viruvachi. There, Viruvachi is the king. He is known for supporting the people who were against British. So she went, and because of her friendship, brotherly friendship with that Gopala Nayakar, she has, even at her death time also, she was dying at his palace only. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is your passion, strategic alliance, and also ability to ignite people at your hometown. Like what Netaji did the same thing. He was not in India when he formed INA. Correct? He formed INA when he was outside India and ignited people. How many people moved out? You might have seen my Netaji things also. So this is the great leaders wherever they are. Like if you talk about our Vivekananda. Okay. Vivekananda, if he talks, he is talking from what do you call? He went and spoke at a totally different foreign country, brothers and sisters. Chicago. That's the usage of that words. Everyone knows brothers and sisters, but usage of that word at that point of time makes a huge difference. Okay. So this is the things, application of knowledge. That's why I used to say that knowledge is not knowing things, it's application of things. Okay. So this is a simple answer. I hope I can answer to you. So we will go to Mr. Selvaraj, sir.
Sir, happy good evening, sir. Really
good
wonderful
evening, sir.
Talk, sir. Really enjoyed your talk. Really inspiration talk about Velu Nachiyar. Really, people, so many people contributed to our nation, our area, and all. Really, thank you for contributing. I'll pass on to all my circles, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll join with your propagation of these good things to people.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sir, Mr. Iyer, please. Sir. One is my guru, and I would like to say my pranams to my guru, Mr. Tanu Iyer. He is on Guru Purnima Day. Thank you so much for joining, sir. Give me your blessings to me.
Thank you very much indeed. You always have my blessings. What I want to especially say, the application of knowledge, as you rightly put it, is the most important thing. And the upbringing by the parents, which has brought this lady to such an eminence right from the young age. And the details you have brought, I was not aware of this before. So I feel very ignited and pleased about it. What I definitely want all the listeners and the people known to them is to pass on this link to others so that we make this story very popular and deserving all the encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Sushila from Chidambaram, please.
Thank you, Dr. PSK. It's a wonderful lecture on Veeramangai Velu Nachiyar. It is the first kind of words bringing the fact. Really quite interesting and very informative. So, so many information I got from your lecture. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sushila.
Thank you.
Host Dr. Jnanudhi want to ask again. She raised the hand and she switch off. Okay, you can unmute her.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
And one person asked, in what way that Velu Nachiyar's intelligence or something like that would be applicable in today's scenario. Yeah. I think that the courage she got is very much essential today. And she was very objective and she was able to overcome her emotions and she started behaving a very intellectual person. That is why she came out of the emotions and she started planning the strategies, and that is very much essential in today's world. And she, in history, they are saying that she is a polyglot. She learned so many languages, English, French, Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi, Urdu, and all she learned. That knowledge is and that multilingual skill is very much essential in today's world, especially in the present scenario. So many people are losing their job, and the the IT guys who are well versed in many languages do not have that fear of losing the job. So again, it is very much essential in today's world. And just I want to share these ideas.
Yes, what you're saying is correct. And she got all the support from Hyder Ali because she was able to talk to Hyder Ali in Urdu. She knows very well how to. Similarly, she got all the support from French people because she could communicate with them in France. So what is the thing is, no, that is a strategy. That's like what you correctly said, multilingual personality. It is the thing it is needed, because if you go to Germany and you talk to people in broken German, they love you so much and give you full support. But if you talk to them in English, they will treat you as some other person only. But if you try to talk in broken German, they will love you very much. Okay, so that is the psychology of the people. She got all the support because of that ability to communicate with everyone. Even for the British people, she told that, okay, I am leaving you people unarmed. I am not going to kill you, but if you come back again, I will not leave you people. Like that, she made it. See, the message was very clear to that person. On that condition only, Colonel Banjur was released by Velu Nachiyar. Again, till 1796, they didn't turn back. They went and attacked Mysore. They went and did so many things, but they didn't come to Srivanga at all. So that is the real good qualities of Velu Nachiyar. Thank you. Yeah. Any other question?
Kindly check your chat box.
Chat box. Oh, Dr. Pradeep from Mailadurai says that it is an excellent story, and thanks for sharing a wonderful session. We will pass it to all our people. Mr. Gopal Dange, thank you very much for a wonderful session and great Queen Velu Nachiyar. Yeah, everyone said thanks and all. It's okay, but my sincere request is, okay, this message has to go to many people. None of the housewife, homemaker think that we are not working. You are actually building the next generation. The more you bring them more brave children, more capable children, because the competition is global competition for the younger children. So we have to equip them. So you have to take care of all this responsibility in your shoulders. Yeah. That's it. Sirukumaran, thank you, sir. Kavi Bharati, thank you for the great information, sir. Okay, I think our session is, people do not have any questions. In case if people do not have any questions, I think one new message has come. Thank you, Dr. Susila, for confirming that you will send it to all people. My only final request to all of you is, you see all the management lessons learned from great Indian legends, King Rajaraja Solan, or you talk about Rana Pratap Singh or Ranjit Singh, or we are talking about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Chhatrapati Shivaji, or we are talking about Velu Nachiyar or Kamarajar. Please see it. And it may be sometimes 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay, we will cut off the question answer sessions and we will give it without question answers also. But please pass it to the people, because some of my friends called up and told me that they are from Tamil Nadu, but they are settled in abroad, it seems. But they do not know anything about Kamarajar, and they are from the same area where Kamarajar was. I really do not know how it happened, because they say that we studied in English medium, we didn't know anything about Kamarajar, we never studied in detail like this and all. Because today's world is, people are not ready to learn so many things, patience to listen to so many things. So these short videos, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes videos will help them to brush up. In case if you are interested, you can go and read it in detail. Okay. Thank you once again for all of you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye. Host, you can